Okay. Yo, it's your boy SB High Star. We're here on the HTG podcast where anything goes. Who we got in the building?
It's your girl, Killer KJ.
We got Killer KJ in the motherfucking building. It's your boy SB Sexy Black.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We on this laid back tip coming in on that Sade. You did. And we got some special co-hosts in the building. Can y'all introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, it's your girl Bree, aka Sauntress, aka CEO of Queen Her Majesty.
Okay. Got a little boss in the building, big boss in the building.
Lady.
I'm just saying.
What we got? We got my man in the back. What's your name, baby? Touchdown. What you got? TD?
Yeah, TD, you already know.
Touchdown.
Down, boy, you know what I'm saying?
Down touch.
You gonna touchdown and bounce back. Touchdown and bounce back. Hey, listen, man, we got a beautiful queen in the building. We got a special guest in the building. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, this is your girl Lo, the creator of Loose Lips Podcast, aka Lo the Savage. Shout out Anderson, South Carolina, so I got my nickname from.
Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm scared. All right, look, so you already know, man. I want to thank you for coming to the podcast first, man.
Thank you for having me.
So we got Lo the Savage.
Mm-hmm.
We got Killer KJ.
That's right.
We got Bree, Queen Her Majesty.
And the Sauntress.
Thank
you. Come on, man. I said that one first.
We're going to have to get she can sing too, just got to let the people know that.
Oh yeah, she is the Sauntress. We might get you to blow on this one. You dig? Blow box. I got my boy.
Yeah, sound too right.
I know, right? I got my boy Touchdown in the building. And look, man, we're going to have to get to the HTG podcast rules. We have 5 rules on the podcast. First rule is to be yourself. Second rule is to have fun. Rule 3, 4, 5 is drink. So everybody get their shot glass. Let's take a shot to the podcast. Hey, this is one right here. You already know it.
HTG.
There you go.
Right, hitting different.
Right.
Hitting different.
Every time.
Mine was smooth. Mine was very smooth.
Burn a little bit.
Y'all over here drinking that bullshit. You gotta be on that hen dog. You did, but like I said, we got a special guest in the building. We got a queen in the building. Go by the name of Lo. Lo, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Just a little small summary. Of course, I just said I'm from Anderson. My dad's side of the family is from the 305.
Okay.
Creator of Loose Lips Podcast. Been doing this podcast thing for a while. I like to feel like I'm one of the innovators around here.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Prior to that, I was a music blogger.
Okay.
And I just like to talk to people. I like to create. I am who I am. I make no apologies for it. If you like it, thank you. If you don't, fuck you. And that's how it goes.
And keep it moving.
Right.
You gotta be so hostile.
I'm not hostile.
She just straight with it.
Straight with it.
Yeah.
No chaser.
No.
A lot of people don't like that though, especially these men. But that's the story for That's another all right. day.
Hold on, time out. Okay. All right.
They'll be okay.
Right.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Telling me a little bit about yourself.
You welcome.
Okay, but who is Lo of Loose Lips Podcast?
Well, I'm the creator. I used to have a co-host, but now it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
My podcast history was kind of like Destiny's Child. I'm the Beyonce, and I just kind of kicked everybody out of the group and went solo. When it first started, it was not Loose Lips Podcast. It was called The Sessions. I actually had a male co-host. Okay. But our schedules could never vibe together. So one day I went into my cousin's house, who was my previous co-host, Debbie, shout out to her, and we did an episode. We just went live, and everybody liked it. Like, we was on there measuring dicks on the show. Men was sending us pictures of dicks, like, you know how big is it and stuff. And so that episode popped off, so I kind of like kicked him off the show and brought her on, and we changed the name of it to Loose Lips Podcast. And Debbie is my cousin. We grew up together, so we just vibe. But me and Debbie are two totally different people. I like to have fun, but I'm also serious when it comes down to business. Right. And we kind of just clash with that. So we just made a decision that it's better I stay here and she go do her thing. There's no beef. Right. We did have beef prior, and it kind of got on social media. And I let her know I'll drive to Charlotte. I got a full tank of gas. Like, what you want to do?
I did not.
You know, but you know, we're cousins, we're family at the end of the day. She's like my sister, so we just decided that it's best that she do her own thing, and I continue on with the podcast, and that's what I'm doing now. So,
Respect.
Right. How did you come up with the name?
Loose Lips. I don't know. Me and her was on the phone one night, and we was talking about sex, of course, and she actually came up with the name. She was like, Loose Lips. I was like, all right, shit. And I sent it to my design guy, and I sent him the name, and I told him like what I wanted it to look like. Is if you seen the logo, it's lips, and it's got like this gold stuff on it. And someone even asked me, it was like, is that nut? And I was like, if you want it to be. So, whatever you know.
Somebody save me. This might go somewhere crazy.
I mean, like I said, if you listen to the show, we talk about sex. You know, we talk about a lot of stuff, but sex be the main topic because a lot of people shy away from it, but everybody has sex. That's how we got here. We talk about sucking dick, eating vaginas, you know. I've had sex with girls, so I can talk about that. She had anal sex, so she would talk about that, you know, so.
Any and everything.
Yeah.
Hit it, thing goes, baby. Listen, hit it, thing goes. Boy, this might go crazy. I don't know. But
Loose lips. Anything go.
And it was crazy. Me and Maul from Joe Budden podcast was actually going back and forth on Twitter one day, and somebody said her
Shout out to Maul.
podcast is named Loose Lips. Maul, don't go there.
Okay.
So Maul gonna be my husband. Manifestation.
shout out to Maul, by the way.
Honey.
Can I get an arm for the hen?
Arm.
Yeah, arm, please. So when you say arm, that means you can get whatever you need, a bottle of water, a drink, or whatever.
Gotcha.
Or if you need to take a
Yeah, I got a lot of rules. You need a manual when you come in here.
it just try to keep this. Usually the arms be going 100 miles an hour, but the that's part of rule 3, 4, 5, which is drink. But you know, today we're taking it light because we want to make sure that I don't have the loose lips on the HTG podcast. Back door with tattoo. So look, can you tell me? So you gave me a little bit about your personality, but can you break like your personality traits down?
Well, it's two sides of me.
Okay.
So there's the side of me that you don't see on the podcast, which is I'm a mother. I have 2 teenagers. I work 2 jobs. When I'm not doing my podcast or out with my friends, I'm a homebody. I'm home with my kids. I'm hanging with my kids, all my friends. I'm handling my business, you know, and I'm just real chill. I'm real relaxed. I don't have a big circle around me. My best friend has been my best friend since the 7th grade. My other best friend, shout out to Josh, he passed away 5 years ago. And then I have like, you know, few people here and there, but I really keep to myself. The other side of me, when I'm not at home, when I'm not the mom, when I'm low to savage, like I'm very blunt. I tell it how it is.
I can see
you
that.
know, a lot of people mistake me as being mean, or they be like, oh, you got a mean mug, or you quiet. Like, no, I'm just peeping out the vibes. I have a third eye, and I'm picking up on your bullshit. And I tell it like it is. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I really don't care. Like, people ask me, like, this one dude asked me one day, he's like, Lo, you think my kid's ugly? I was like, yeah. And I was like, why the fuck would you ask me that? You know I'm gonna tell the truth. Yeah, your kid's ugly. So, no, like one was a teenager, like the youngest one was a toddler, but he ugly too. But I mean, don't ask me that because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Kids are ugly. There are some ugly kids out here. There are some ugly babies out here, and y'all need to quit posting them on social media.
Lord.
Arm.
But yeah, I'm very true.
So now you're okay with being blunt about somebody else's kids. What about your own?
Yeah, someone has said that my kids were ugly, and I said, okay, that's your opinion. Everybody know my kids aren't ugly. Now I don't post my kids on social media because that's not for nobody else. But she said it out of, you know, to be spiteful. And I was like, okay, you know, my kids aren't ugly. Now my son is going through a little ugly phase right now because he's hit puberty. You know, so he's in between being fine and being ugly. Like some days he don't know if he want to be fine. Some days he don't know if he want to be ugly. That's why I had to rush him to the barbershop. I was like, you look a little rough right now. I can't deal with that. School coming back up. So like right now he going through a metamorphosis, but he gonna get it together. you know, but
He gonna hit the glow up soon.
yeah, I mean, my son he's fine, but he's ugly. Like, he's going through it, but he gonna get there, and I know he gonna be fine because look at his mama and his daddy fine too. So,
Okay.
but he ain't shit.
Let's just say this. You look good to have some teenagers too.
Thank you. You know,
Now, but when you said that, I was like, wait a minute.
yeah, I had my daughter. I'm not ashamed. I had my daughter when I was 17. I turned 18.
okay.
I turned 18 the next day. I mean, 18 the next day. And then I had my son when I was 19. You know, some people jumped off the porch. I blew that bitch up. So, and I'm glad I had my kids early because I won't even be 40 when they graduate. Shout out to everybody with toddlers. I feel bad for y'all.
What I miss?
I don't know nothing about that. You gonna miss a lot tonight, trust me. I'm about to fire up on your ass in a second.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, so you got like a. First of all, what's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Okay, so I was about to say like a Gemini is like the one that's split in half.
Oh yeah, they crazy.
Okay, but you do have two different modes, two different personalities.
Yeah, of course. So like how I am now, I'm not at home.
Yeah.
You know, my kids, they have seen that side of me, but that's not how I am at home. I'm chill, you know, relaxed, not really cussing nobody out. But once I leave my house, it's a totally different story.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So tell me, I know you was telling me about how you had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 co-hosts and you ditched them all. But
Not
like,
that
you
many. It was 2, but okay.
and then on top of that, you had y'all said you was like you went back and forth. You started with one name, went to another name. And then you said y'all talk about sets and all this shit. And you got the logo with the lips with something dripping off of it. It could be calm. It could just be
Whatever you want it to be.
or it could be extra lipstick.
Yeah.
So like break down although you said, can you break down the concept of the podcast for me?
So the concept of the podcast is when I had my co-host and even now, we kind of just go with the flow. Like stuff that I've experienced or stuff that I might see in the news or on the Shade Room, we'll just, you know, go with the flow. Like even the people that come on my show, you know, we just go with the flow of things. Everybody that comes on the show, I always ask them, is there anything that you don't want to talk about? Because we talk about everything on here. So we really just go with the flow. Yes, I write down stuff. I put down stuff in my notepad. But a lot of times we go off script and it goes left. And we just end up in a whole nother world. And that kind of makes for the best episodes based on what my listeners tell me. Like, they be like, oh, that episode was crazy. Like, we had a threesome episode one time. And the first episode I was telling you about, we was measuring penises. And, you know, guys actually be shocked that, you know, a female talks like that and talk about stuff like that, you know. We've had guys come on the show, and we did a black man's episode, want to know why black men hate black women so much, and all this other type of stuff. So, yeah.
That was good. I feel like that would be a great segment. I need to go and watch that. For sure.
Sound like y'all really be getting into this shit. Like we go left over here a lot, but then see we drink so much. Well, I be drinking so much.
Yeah.
Like after the first 15 minutes, if I can get 15 good solid minutes, I'm like, well, you did a good job. Like, that's deep. But like, sometimes the Hennessy bottles be just going.
I drunk on my show one time and I was about to sleep on the show. Because see, I'm not a heavy drinker. I got a very low tolerance. Half a glass of wine, I'm passed out on my couch. So I don't drink like that.
Now, are you a visual podcast or are you audio?
We're mainly audio, but a lot of times, like if we be in the studio, we would go live, so the people on Facebook or IG could ask us questions, especially with the stuff that we talk about and everything. So they would ask us questions and we would answer them and stuff, especially if we had our guests on, and then they would go live on their page and stuff. So
you go live on both Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah. Everybody will have everything up, and then there's a big TV so we can see the questions and stuff, and we just go from there.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
shout out to
what's up.
Maribel at the gym complex. He be hooking me up.
Okay, that's the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. I like the studio vibe.
Yeah. It's better. I haven't been back to the studio yet because of everything that happened, but I'm ready to get back in there and stuff.
Get back to the studio, do your thing.
So has COVID affected your scheduling your guests on your show?
Yeah, because I was like, my last episode I had my friend Tanya on there, who's actually my wax girl as well. And then right after that episode, it was done towards the end of the week. That Monday I woke up and I couldn't move. And so that Thursday after I had my I met with my doctor, but it was a virtual doctor's appointment. I told her how I was feeling because I couldn't move. I was dizzy. But I didn't have a fever or anything. So she's like, I want you to get tested for COVID just so we can rule that out. Thursday it came back that I had COVID. I still was feeling bad, but not as bad. So I was calling everybody that I knew I had been around and let them know. That Friday, it was like shit just hit the fan. I couldn't move. My body hurt. I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air. I couldn't even walk to go use the bathroom without grabbing at my throat because I was gasping for air. My face was turning blue. I had a fever for almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then sitting up in your room for a whole month will drive you crazy.
I bet so.
And then I had a cough that just would not go away. And so even after you no longer have COVID, your body is still recovering. Like I'm still recovering. Like some days are good, some days aren't, but I feel a lot better than what I did. But I wanted to make sure that I was 100% before I went back into the studio and have guests and stuff, because with the COVID, like your mind feels foggy. Like when I first was able to leave the house and drive, like I had to learn how to walk again.
Wow.
Because I had been in my bed, so I hadn't been using my leg muscles. So I felt like I was shaky. I had to hold on to stuff, and then the drive, it felt like I was driving, but I felt confused. Like my mind was foggy, so I was like, I gotta hurry up and get back home. So I really wanted to make sure that my mind was clear and I felt up to it before I got back into the studio and just anything. And plus, I couldn't be around my kids. I couldn't do anything for them. So it was a shit fest. Honestly, I hated it.
What did you do to like, how did you recover? Meaning, like, what did you take anything?
Let me tell you, these doctors don't know how to treat this shit. My doctor told me straight up, we don't know how to treat this. I said, I appreciate your honesty. So we went old school.
Okay.
Delcium, Vicks Vapor Rub, honey, prayer,
Okay.
and all that stuff, and Theraflu, Pedialyte, and people was asking me, like, how did you know you was getting better? I said, it's kind of like how I caught COVID. One day I woke up, I had COVID. One day I woke up and I could breathe a little bit easier. I could walk to my bathroom without turning blue in the face, And so I was like, I just woke up, and because I couldn't even lay down, so I was propped up and I couldn't sleep for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Because I was in so much pain and my cough wouldn't stop. I was coughing all the time, so I literally did not sleep for 3 weeks. So the minute that I could sleep, a bitch was happy. I was excited, and I couldn't lay on my left side for a long time. For whatever reason, if I rolled to the left, I would be coughing to the point where I vomited.
That's crazy.
So when I could roll to my left, I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting there,
Right.
And then I could sit up, and I sat on my floor one day and FaceTime my best friend. She's like, you look a lot better. I was like, the only positive thing that came out of here, I was working out with my trainer before I got sick. I lost some weight.
Okay.
I just want to let my men's know their ass is still there. I ain't lose that.
Your hands with a Z. Little pimp.
Well, I had one I was trying to wipe up, but that didn't work out. So
Sometimes you just need, another option.
yeah.
Okay, so
You single, you can say
that
that.
was a real good COVID breakdown though, because like usually be like, hey, how COVID is lit. Like it really don't be that crazy.
Yeah.
But see, you had a personal, and you had a one-on-one experience with it. I ain't never heard all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She a walking miracle.
I was scared. Like I honestly thought I was gonna die. Like I would literally be sitting up at night and I would just be praying, like, can you take this away, Lord? Because I got shit to do. Excuse my French. And, and I don't want to die because millions have died from it. And then my doctor would tell me, some people have it for 2 to 3 days and they'll be fine. Other people have it for months. And you always see the worst stories on the news and stuff.
Right.
So I told myself one night, I was like, you got to beat this. I was like, I got kids,
So you basically spoke it over yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you going to get through this.
Yeah.
A lot of people need to know that. That's like,
That's
speak
what
it over yourself.
I did. I said, I got to beat this. And my son even told me, he said, Mom, I knew you was going to beat it. You were strong. Because when I could go downstairs for the first time, my son was up to no good, and he seen me, and I started yelling. He said, "Yep, you better."
That's what's up.
Go ahead and speak on it. Go ahead and speak on it, Sister Bree Berry Churches.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't put that. No, don't put that vibe. Don't put that out there. I'm just saying, she a walking miracle. I love that.
I mean, it make you look at life totally different. Because I'm like, obviously I got a reason to be here because it's
exactly. And now you know you got to go hard now.
Yeah,
it's time to go hard now. Yeah,
it definitely is.
It's different with different people.
Right, because I never had the flu. The only thing I've ever had was a little cold, and that's when the seasons changed from summer to fall. But I've never had the flu. So when I woke up that day and I couldn't move, I was like, what the hell is this here? And then I was like, I know I ain't pregnant because, bitch, I overdosed on my birth control. So I know that ain't the case. You know, that'd be the first thing doctors want to ask. You know,
right, you pregnant.
When was your last menstrual?
My damn nerves.
Right. SB, you got a package.
Somebody saved me. She said she overdosed on me.
I do. I will not have no more kids. You understand me?
So how many episodes are you in on your podcast?
I'm almost to 70. Yeah, I'm almost to 70. It could have been a lot more, but me and my previous co-host, I mean, hell, I've said this to her before, but some days we couldn't record because, she had some shit going on with her, and I just was like, I don't know what the fuck going on with you right now. But almost to 70, but over 10,000 plays and downloads, so I'm grateful for that.
Go, girl.
So,
go, girl.
we got people that be rocking with the show, and I really appreciate them and stuff. So,
yes,
I appreciate our listeners. They love my craziness, and people that come on the show gotta be just as crazy because we gonna get into it.
Okay.
And I even be pulling Merv, the engineer, in. I'm like, Merv, what you think?
Not Merv, the engineer.
Yeah. I do.
Are you in season 2?
Season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah, and
I love that.
Yeah, I'll probably take a little break to revamp because I think I want to do my logo over. New beginnings.
Right.
That's right. Yep.
So I think I'm gonna do my logo over. So I'll probably help my logo do soon and get it together because I got some thoughts of who I want to come on the show when I get back into the studio. So.
Oh yeah, you want to come?
And I gotta have y'all come
with it.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Now by the time I come, I'll have my EP out.
Okay, we can play it.
I'm serious. Yeah.
And then you gotta send it to I Say because they play music on there. DJ Rain and Ed, shout out to them. Those my boys. Shout out to them.
Okay, thank you for telling me. You said I Say?
I Say podcast.
Okay,
yeah. DJ Rain and Is the Real Truth.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Let me get that.
Love them.
So look. Alright, so look, I had some other stuff, but we can get there. This is what I want you to do for me. Since you're a guest on our podcast, HTG podcast.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Hey, so this time I actually got some good rapper weed this time. It's actually good. I ain't gonna get something I had grew in the backyard, so it's kind of got a different effect on it.
Shout out to the rapper weed.
I guess, honey.
So tell me, since you say you had sometimes you have a script and it just goes left. At the drop of a dime, can you turn HTG podcast to a Lucid podcast real quick?
Oh,
okay. For a little second. Let's talk.
So when someone's sucking your dick, you like 2 hands, 1 hand, or no hands? Do you like your balls sucked? Have you ever had your ass ate?
You asked all 3 of the questions at the same time?
Yeah, you said turn it into loose lips, so here we are.
Right.
I never had my ass ate.
Would you allow a girl to do it?
I ain't got it.
So we had a discussion about this on the show, ass eating.
Okay.
It's not gay if a female eats your ass.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't thinking it was gay.
A lot of men think it's gay, like, I don't want nobody to play in my ass.
Right. Now that's just that route right there is for one thing. For me.
Okay, have you ate ass?
No, I ain't no ass.
You eat vagina?
Yes, I have ate vagina.
Okay, do you know what you're doing?
I believe people who have received. My girlfriend who's received.
Okay. She's satisfied. Okay, well then you're good.
Like I said, I've been smoking weed.
You got very corporate. You got very corporate there, Scoop.
That was Benjamin, sorry.
Yeah, Benjamin. That was Benjamin. Yeah.
But nah, I'm gonna tell you like that. Cause when I first started, I was just down there just looking at anything.
I mean, that's
I was down there just doing shit, thinking I knew what I was doing.
Especially when you didn't know. Yeah.
And then once I realized like at a point that I didn't need to add that to my repertoire to stop doing it.
I mean, like when I first started sucking dick, I watched, like my mom had a bunch of porns and she was out of town, so I just watched one. And then I did it my first time on this guy from Greenwood. Shout out to her, but hey.
Girl.
If you around, hey.
Girl, Herbie must have been blessed.
He's on my Facebook, actually. Yes, he found me. Hi. And
So what happened? Yeah, what you saying?
huh? Oh, well, he was like, you sure this your first time? I was like, yeah, I've been studying, research, you know.
Did you participate in the cucumber challenge?
No, I did not.
Hey, listen. So have y'all? So listen. A lot of music dropped this week. Drake dropped this week. Last Night Cry Baby. You know. You know what?
What?
You motherfucking crazy. You slick crazy. But y'all see. Don't nobody catch it. Like, so today is a whole remix. But you slick crazy. I'm gonna get with you.
Who,
in a second.
me?
Yeah. So
Wow.
do you be fucking with the music though?
Yeah, I love music.
What kind of music?
All music.
Okay.
So like, well, she spoke about music, but when you know, I guess when you turn savage or after hours, when you do your thing, what kind of music do you?
Come on, when I'm having sex,
Exactly.
I have different playlists.
Okay.
Most of it is R&B though. It depends on
Gotta have some R&B.
the mood. It's like R&B has different moods to it, so it depends on how I'm feeling. Now, if you walk in my house, I'm playing Nuck If You Buck, you might want to get back in your car and leave.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loaded Savage.
But yeah, I have playlists that I create. So, just depends on my mood.
So like you said R&B, so is that how you prefer your sexual encounters to be like R&B style? Or
It depends on my mood. Like, I love foreplay. You gotta warm me up and stuff.
What's foreplay?
Okay. You should know.
I'm talking
But
about all that kissing and shit like that.
not just kissing and stuff. Foreplay
Rubbing.
foreplay can be anything. So back in my younger days when my knees was good, I would have a stripper pole and I had stripper shoes. And I would dance, get them in ties. But you couldn't touch me. You just have to watch me. Get you in the mood.
Yep.
And then, if I want you to touch me, I would tell you to touch me. Or I just touch you, but you still can't touch me.
Or I touch myself.
Yeah. So, foreplay isn't just, kissing and sucking on everybody's nipples and shit. Like, you have to be creative with it.
So are you
Right.
the more dominant one or the more submissive one?
I am dominant when it comes to the foreplay. I am submissive once your dick is in me. And I just let you do your thing.
You like when they talk to you?
Yes, you got to talk to me.
You gotta talk to me.
You got to talk to me. Don't
Talk to
be
me.
silent, because if I get on top, I'm going to choke you. And you're going to say
That's
something.
what you gotta do.
I'm gonna bring y'all talk out. It won't be all that talking and stuff.
Not like how the
love
whole
you,
conversation, like how was your day? Did you eat? No, not that type of shit.
Yeah.
Because you niggas will be quick to be like, whose is it? And I'm like, not you. You know? Don't ask me whose is it. Cause really it's not yours, it's mine.
Right.
You know?
Girl, be like, who dick is this?
I don't ask who dick is this.
If you're not performing.
Well, that's a different conversation. If
Yeah.
you're not performing, I understand.
But stop faking it. I ain't having niggas thinking they performing, be faking this shit. Right. Ooh, yeah, that's the spot. And then
Not me.
and he want to get all aggressive with you. Yeah, who pussy this is?
Not
Call
me.
it daddy, and then you be like looking
Not
at him,
me.
then you'll lie to him, yours.
No.
Then nigga be all hype and shit.
No, I don't hype niggas.
So you tell a nigga the dick terrible. Why y'all
Before you hit record, I told you I went on a whole podcast and called a nigga. I said his dick was little. And then he went on another podcast.
You told
and talked about
him
me.
that while y'all was having sex?
No, okay, so one time, so I ain't gonna lie. The nigga, so one time,
What I'm saying is,
what happened was-
you can talk shit to
what
a nigga,
happened
but I'm saying
was-
when you tell a nigga like, oh, the dick is just
Okay, so
while
he-
you're having sex.
so he had money, right? So I was like,
City girl 17.
so I was like, sometimes you gotta make some sacrifices. So the money was long, but the dick wasn't. So stay with the money. But I had seen him out one night just after we had stopped talking, and he was like, I want you to just come to the house and chill. Okay, cool. Means we never had any type of bad energy or whatever. But it went left when he was like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out you. And I was
That's
like,
what. Oh my.
and I was like, with what?
They got
like,
They gotta stop doing it.
Yeah.
They gotta stop gassing.
And then what
gassing
tripped me
stuff
out
up.
is when you know you ain't got enough dick and it's not staying in, you want to be like, ooh, it's so wet. And I'm like, ooh, it's so little. That's why it's not staying in. And like, literally, like.
But you have you said it to him?
Yeah.
You're sick. Huh? You're sick.
Yeah. He wanted me to suck his dick one day and I literally could hold it with my index finger and my thumb.
Oh.
Get out. I was like, I can't suck dick like this.
Hey, listen, no, for real, men do women like that. Now, for real, that don't make no sense.
They gotta stop.
My thing is, just don't be. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck the shit. I'm gonna do this.
Don't
Gas yourself up.
Know what you got? Like, don't buy a Magnum when you really need a Durex.
Oh my God, I remember Durex.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's like I'm not gonna go out here and think I'm Beyonce and just be all over social media naked. No, walk in your truth and no one
Walk in your truth.
No one can never
I love that.
you.
Walk in your truth, honey.
Okay.
Be Yourself podcast. Shout out to my boy JB. Shout out to JB Hostile Entertainment, baby.
You're not gonna stop in the middle of finding out his shit too little. You're gonna let him continue on with whatever.
Well, with him in the beginning, like I said, money was long, dick wasn't, so
Well, we're not, let's take money out the picture.
Okay.
Let's say you,
Now, if he didn't have any money, we would have never went. Okay, so let me tell you how it started with him. Let me take you back to the beginning. No. So we started talking whoop, 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 whoop. So he came over one night, and I was like, okay, it's about to go down. So you know how a nigga dick get hard, you can see the bulge and shit. I ain't see no bulge. I was like, maybe it's just laying on the leg or whatever. So I went to grab for it, and I grabbed a handful of air, and I was like, what the fuck is it, right? So then he pulled his boxes down. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck have I got myself into? I gotta
I
quit.
think it's growing out of show.
If I can take your dick in between my index finger and my thumb, and it's hard, it's like I felt like I was scissoring.
You know what? First of all,
I felt like I was so scared. I felt like I was scissoring a girl. Like it's like he had an enlarged clitoris.
Oh my God, he probably did. You know that's true.
Yeah.
For real, men can have like when they born.
Yeah.
No, when you born, I think you born automatically male or something, and then right. So he probably girl, you was scissoring, honey.
you talking about a small clitoris. Y'all niggas just saying something about some transgender shit.
No, it's not for real. It's a lot of women
who have enlarged clitoris.
Well, no, it's like women that got Oh, it's just freaky. It's like some weird shit.
I seen a porno. This girl had an enlarged clitoris, and she was fucking this girl in the ass with her enlarged clitoris. Yeah.
so that was my other question. You got 70 episodes, you're gonna see the 3, right?
Yes.
And everything is about sex.
Not everything.
Okay. I was about to say,
Yeah, it's a lot. We talk about sex. We talk about relationships. We talk about finances. I talked about parenting because I am a parent.
Right.
We talked about
branch out, like,
yeah.
branch out.
But then sometimes we'll be talking about finances and turn around be dick sucking and we correlate the two and hey.
Have you ever been dick whipped?
Dickmatized?
Dickmatized.
Dickmatized. That's
Yes, I have.
Okay. How did you break away from that?
Oh, it was hard.
Still talking about nigga the whole time.
No. Well, okay. So this one dude from Clemson, he was a Catholic. Shout out to him.
Feds is listening, so we just go shout out to one dude. I thought you was about to tell this whole night.
No, I just think he was a
But I thought we was
Catholic.
getting loose lips on this.
No, he was a Catholic. I don't get like that on other people's shows unless they say I can. But no, he was a Catholic. Shout out to him. He married now with like 4 kids. Yeah. Them kids ugly. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God.
But
Here we go with the kids.
he was the first dude to eat my ass. And I was in my 20s. I had just had my son. And he was nasty. And he like turned me out.
He was older?
Yeah, a little bit. But he was in college.
Yeah.
He was in college. We both were in college. Like I said, I had my son when I was 19. So yeah, how did I break away from that? I don't know.
This time.
I just woke up one day and I was like, I don't want to talk to you. That happens some days. So yeah.
You do have. I mean, you know what? I feel you on that because we women, we do have like a like, hold up, nah,
Yeah.
hell no.
You been
Especially-
digitized?
I don't really like talking like that.
Have you been?
But
pussy with?
I have, yeah.
Huh?
Have you been pussy with?
Nose been fucking wide open.
Okay. What about you, Touchdown?
Now she do,
Time out.
yeah,
Catch
she
up.
do. She's gonna be trying to time me out.
Yes.
She do.
What?
You been digitized.
I have, yes.
I really like you, bro.
Everybody's been dickmatized.
Okay,
Everybody's been
yeah,
pussy
man.
with
Yeah.
Yeah,
at one point in their life.
but
But what is this? What is that?
Like he just said, have you wide open?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just adding all out of character.
Yeah.
not being
Right.
yourself.
You got to. If you don't,
Yeah.
it's not on life.
Everybody has to experience. I used to take my brother with me, man. He rest in peace. Like try to catch my dude or some shit. I would set my alarm clock because I would go to sleep, but I would set it at 2 a.m. and call him like, "You ready to ride?" He like, "Bitch, you stupid, but pick me up. Let's go."
Oh,
That ride or die.
That's what's up. Shout out. Nah, you just.
What?
I like you though. The vibe. I like the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Sitting over here and told me a lot about yourself and shit like that. But keep going. We still on. We on the HTG podcast. Featuring Loose Lips. Go ahead, keep going. We want to let you take me there. Let me see where it goes.
Take it all the way
Yeah,
there.
tell me where
I ain't
it
gonna take
goes.
it to where we almost fight the other podcast in the middle of the street.
Nah, yeah.
But,
Okay. All right. Take me there with no disrespect to nobody else.
right.
Take me there.
But the last time I did it with no disrespect to nobody else. But anywho, God, what would I like to ask y'all? 'Cause I know you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So when people are in relationships, I respect that. So I try not to go too left with them and stuff like that.
We go left though.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Yeah. All right.
But
let's go.
threesomes are really overhyped.
Yeah, they go. I had
Yeah.
one.
Was it planned or was it by accident?
Man, shit just happened.
Mine was by accident.
I was in high school.
I wasn't.
No, actually, matter of fact, I literally was in middle school when I had my first.
That don't even count.
Scoop,
You didn't know what you were doing.
Scoop been having Scoop. You been having sex at
I
he
just
had sex
registered
at a young
6th grade.
age. Yeah, he was young.
You were Law and Order SVU episode.
You was too young.
Oh, yeah,
I think Benson, I think Olivia might want to sit down with you.
Listen, so like sex
Who was that from Law and Order SVU? He is you are a walking SVU episode.
Yeah, what is that?
Special Victims Unit. Y'all never watched Law and
Okay.
Order SVU?
Okay, I like Law and Order. I just never break down in the other acronyms.
Yeah,
I just
Special
watch it.
Victims Unit.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to go sit down with somebody. See, that's why I'm afraid of like my kids becoming sexual, which I know they are, because they're at that age. Like, I caught my son jacking off downstairs. I just went,
Our son,
Kings.
future king. Hey, jacking off ain't bad though. You gotta get it off sometimes.
it's human nature. I know he's discovering himself. So I just went back upstairs and I told my
That's what's
mama,
up.
and she was like, "Let him do it and make him feel good." And I was like, "Well, hell, when I do it, it made me feel good too. Just don't get the shit on my couch. You know, that's all I'm saying."
Don't embarrass him, like, you know,
Yeah.
like you just did. But don't, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we don't let his rules here. But hey,
I'm about to
that's,
say that.
But see, no one knows my like people. When people see me with my kids, they're like, "You have kids?" I'm like, "Yeah," because
Yeah,
I don't post them.
yeah.
I don't have pictures of them up at work. You know, so people be shocked when they see me with my kids. If I say I have kids. Yeah, because it's no
There's nothing wrong with it.
And then plus, it's a lot of child molesters out there.
Yes.
And stuff. So I keep them off social media.
Yep.
So, and
So
they don't
around
have
that.
social media.
So what about your threesome? Have you had a threesome like 2 men and you, all 3 girls, or 2 girls, 1?
It was 2 guys.
See, that's not really a threesome.
It was a threesome. It wasn't no train.
But that's what that's a train.
That's not a train.
How?
It's
Explain.
not. Okay, first of all, depending on who you
What?
have a threesome with, it's gonna work differently.
Okay.
If it's a female with 2 dudes, or if it's 2 females with a dude, it's gonna work different because of the equipment that's in front of you. And so with my threesome, this is gonna sound bad. I might have to repent. So I was actually dealing with a guy.
Okay.
I went out to this apartment complex to see my friend girl who I was messing around with. And then I went across the apartment complex to see my homeboy. And so he went outside to talk to one of the girls he was fooling with. His homeboy, who was his roommate, asked me to come to the bedroom to watch something. I had just got my fucking hair done and sweated out that day. So I went in the room, and I don't know how, but me and him started messing around. So then the homeboy went to go see, came in the room like, "Hey, what the fuck y'all doing?" He was like, "Oh, okay." And it just happened. And then I went back across the apartment complex to see her. We didn't do anything because the bitch was tired. And she was like, what's up with your hair? And I told her what happened because she had a dude. And I had a dude. Me and her started messing around because our dudes was messing around with other girls in the streets. So we was like, fuck it. Like, she would be at my house, we'd be in the bed naked. My boyfriend would come in like, oh, she spent the night? Yeah. Like, you dumb? Bitch, we was fucking.
So, you went to the apartment and you had sex. You was in the room and the other dude had sex with him. And then you went to the other room and had sex with him.
No, he came in. His homeboy came in. Was like, oh, what y'all doing?
And he joined.
Yeah.
But then, like, so we're...
Wasn't nobody behind me. Wasn't nobody in front of me.
I was just like taking time.
Like, one would be eating me out. One might be on my breast.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a threesome.
Okay, that's like a threesome. But like, if a nigga fucking and you sucking dick, that's a train.
That's not a train. That's still a threesome because of the equipment that you have in front of you.
That's a train.
That's not a train.
It's what you know. Like I just had you had your pen, I had my pen. You know what I'm saying? Me, you know what I'm saying? No threesome with another guy with me.
So you wouldn't have a threesome with another guy and a girl?
Now I have. Now what? Now trains running on girls.
That's a threesome.
No. So like it wouldn't be. It like maybe be like let's say 3 niggas for a train. Yeah, but we like to call it a train.
Oh. Okay.
With 2 dudes with 1 girl.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But have you ever been with 2 girls and 1 guy? Have you ever been with another female?
I've been with another female, but not with no one else. Just me and her. Yeah. No. I mean, we both had boyfriends, so when we would get done, she would go to him and I would go to mine.
Why y'all the same food?
No, because they went shit. That was the whole reason me and her got together. Yeah. Why would I give you a threesome? You already out here fooling around with another bitch. You was technically having a threesome. We just not all in the same room.
Right.
So.
Out here lying. That's what he was
right.
doing. You ain't got to lie.
And that, oh my God, see, that's the
Men don't have to lie.
That's the situation I'm in right now.
Men don't have to lie.
That's the story for another day.
Explain. Elaborate.
Okay, since you asked.
Explain yourself.
So, I'm...
Touchdown on it.
Score. Right, that's why I'm like, okay. Finally.
So,
one thing about me, I'm big on honesty. Because I'm always going to keep it a buck with whoever I deal with. Friend, relationship, even my kids. And I started talking to this dude back in February, and I told him, do not lie to me.
Okay.
If you decide that you want to talk to someone else, be upfront with me. Don't take my choice away from me. Because if I decide to talk to someone else, I'm going to let you know. But as it started progressing and like me and him clicked automatically, you know, we would have conversations about where we're going with this, and he'd be like, you know, I don't want you dealing with no one else. I'm not dealing with no one else. Woo, 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 woo. Boom. But I got that third eye. And I was like, something is up. He's keeping something
That's
from
called
me.
woman intuition, honey.
So I was like,
Okay.
we went out of town, and I kept saying to him, what's done in the dark will come to the light. And I don't know why, but the saying was on my heart. And I was like, Lord, what you want me to know, you will reveal to me.
I'll wait.
He left out the hotel room to get ice. His Samsung watch said ding. I said, that's Jesus. I went. I said,
that's so invasion of privacy.
No, it's not. So I was. So I went through the watch because, and the only reason why I did this, and I told him this, I don't go through phones, but if I feel like something's up because I can feel it, I'm gonna find out.
I felt it in my soul.
So
That's the trust. That's the trust, though. You gotta
I looked through it, and I seen he was up to no good. So he came back in the hotel room all lucky ducky. I walked up on him with the watch. Who the fuck is boom? And then eyes got big and all this other type of stuff. And of course the trust was broken. Mm-hmm. But this is the thing. He's still communicating with me. Mm-hmm. And I see him communicating with her on Facebook. I even hit her up. I like, look, I just want to let you know I've been fucking him since February. You've been fucking him since whenever. I got
boy,
you might want to get
niggas. Do y'all see how I'm dealing with? The fucking feds. Do not. I'm telling you, buddy. So, okay.
Yes.
You said honesty. Hold on. You said honesty. Mm-hmm. So, if a nigga honest with straight, I got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, is you not exposing niggas that's honest with you, or you expose them too when you get tired of them being honest?
No. Now, if he had came to me and had been like, look, Lo, I started talking to somebody else. I'm feeling her and I'm feeling you. I just want you to let you know. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I appreciate you being honest with me.
Right. And
that gives me the choice to either A, stay, and I know what's going on. Mm-hmm. B, leave, because I know what's going on. Exactly. He took my choice away from me.
And see, that's why I don't like with men. I mean, y'all don't have to do that. Like,
y'all don't.
Just be real up front.
But it might be a tough situation.
No. Oh,
it's nothing tough.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Because I asked him why he did it, right? And not trying to toot my own horn, but I built my house last year, and I worked 2 jobs, and you know, that's what he said. He felt scared. He felt like him and I wasn't on the same level. I said, so that made you go do what you did? I said, because now we're definitely not on the same level.
But what if you just wanted another female in the picture? Like, what if he...
But that's not what he told me. So I'm telling you what he told me.
He felt.
That's what he said.
That's what.
That wasn't the case. I'm saying.
Based on, I'm not gonna put his business out there because of his and our relationship status at this point. Like, we're not together. We're not what we used to be. But he still contacts me. But based on what I know about him, yeah, he felt intimidated by me.
But I don't understand. See, that's what I don't like. I don't like when a man feels intimidated with a woman that got something.
Right.
But my thing is, I mean, all that. But my thing is, don't be no, for real. You got Steve Harvey book. I ain't know Steve right now. I'm trying to figure out, why do men feel some type of way when a woman has something? Because
like
if I can bust my ass and get and work, won't you get your ass up and work?
Let me say this. He does work. He's a great father.
Okay.
And I always told him I didn't care about that, because as long as I see you trying,
that's me. Exactly.
But I told him, I said, why wouldn't you want a female that's on her shit?
Right.
Because my nigga, I can fucking help you with whatever it is that you want to do.
Boom, just like that.
But it makes me feel a certain type of way when a man tells me he's intimidated by me because of what I have, because I bust my ass. And I tell people all the time, my story could have went different because I had a child at 17 and another child at 19. It could have been totally different, but it isn't. So he has insecurities that he has to deal with.
Yeah, that's your.
I told that's not on me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I got a question though.
Yes, TD.
Getting on a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You got a radar over here bleeping off, but anyway, so what if he got an old school type of mentality where he feels like he a man, he's supposed to be taking care of the household or whatever, but you want to have your own thing?
Sound like a personal problem to me.
Yes.
It's a personal problem?
Just a personal
First of all, this is HTG podcast where anything goes. This is a anything goes.
If he has
anything goes question, so let's see how he answers it.
Okay.
If he has an old school mindset, which he does, but that still doesn't give you the reason to be an asshole.
Right. I'm not saying he should feel inferior. But what I'm saying is,
if he feel like he should be taking care of everything, then take care of everything. Put yourself in a position to do that, because I put myself in a position to do that.
But are you going to take the back seat?
Oh, so you want me to dim my light?
So are you asking me to be submissive?
So you can shine bright. We can shine bright together.
Okay, I'll say this.
Okay.
Oh my
I would say this because I can't speak for every woman.
That's
I
right.
know that I haven't had many serious relationships. I've been engaged twice, and I was.
It is serious.
Oh, whatever.
Anyways.
I am a person who likes to be in long relationships.
Yeah.
And I would say though, in
I would
those
have never
two,
thought that. Such a savage. You. Listen. I have a past like everybody else does, but I will say that in my relationships, that I have been the person that wore the pants, so to speak. And the reason why is because I felt like that man that I was with couldn't lead. Couldn't do what needed to be done. My first fiance, we was together for 5 years. He, even when we was together and engaged, he was a mama's boy, could not get off her titty. So I couldn't deal with that. The second one that I was with, you know, he lost his job. He was scamming Verizon and some shit and lost his job. So I was paying the bills at his house, paying the bills at my house, trying to help.
A whole fraud.
He should have been a Christian.
Trying to come across a man, like a real ass man. That's honest, that's not a fucking liar, that can hold it down. I could be submissive because he know he got a woman that if he falls off, I can pick up the slack.
And that's what I'm supposed to do.
Because I got
and
my own
vice
bag.
versa.
And so, you know, when he told me that he was intimidated by me, his words, not mine, he was like, you built your house from the ground up. And then he was telling me some other stuff that I won't put out there. And I said, and you can do it too, but you have to change your situation.
Right.
I said, everybody's journey is different. I said, this was my time to do this.
Exactly.
You know? So I did it because it's not for me, it's for my kids. I did this for them. I said, but you can't be mad at me because I go out here and I get it. because I'm always gonna do that.
Exactly.
You know. And I told him, I said, anything that you want to do, I can help you. But if you don't want that help, if you don't want to be a man because he's older than me, that's nothing that I can do. I said, but I told all you had to do was be honest. All this could have been avoided.
And men don't realize too, like, we definitely like the come up. Like we will help you come up.
Right.
And we don't mind taking the back burner when we help you. I mean, like Fantasia said, Fantasia said, listen, it was so, I just love when she said this. She said, the man is the head and the woman is the neck. You can't move without the neck.
Right.
So, come on.
And like Beyonce said, let me upgrade you. You know?
Let me upgrade
Reverend
you.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Said, let me
Reverend
upgrade you.
It's 2020. It's a different era. I feel like, women today are definitely not like women in the past.
And men aren't either.
Our grandfathers used to go out there, cut grass, take out the trash, work 3, 4, 5 jobs, and
you got some men who do that. That's my
yeah.
And it's that if we come across that man.
Yeah.
But we haven't came across that man.
Y'all getting a little too relationship.
We stressing you out.
Look. Let's say you got a nigga that do things. He always around you, then you crib all the time. He clean up. He do all this shit. You got a nigga like see some girls they want a nigga like that to be that. Well, they want a man like that to be with them, right? They have it, but you don't reward them. You gotta reward them a little bit.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know something.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm suck them out real quick. I
reward my man if you do right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you deserve it.
Yeah.
But if you don't deserve it, I'm not gonna reward you. It's like a child. You do good. We put a green star on the board.
Somewhat.
See, I'm gonna tell you what that happens. It's a woman evolution, a women evolution going on, right? We got more strong queens now because they know what they are now.
That's right.
Queens. We know that we kings, but sometimes we be slacking. So now we know we got to get back up to that level and see what the woman not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The woman is not gonna be sitting there praising you if you ain't
and
met
protecting.
You know what I'm saying? So what she gonna do? She gonna encourage you, but it's gonna be criticism, constructive criticism. So us as men, we need to take that.
Some men can't take that.
Yeah, some men can't take it. You feel me? You did.
Yeah. And but hold on, a lot of men like they went through a lot in their childhood. They're not emotionally attached.
Right. Yeah.
Like we very emotional, love and nurturing. That's how I am. Nurturing women, and they don't.
And that's what's wrong with a lot of men.
Reject love.
Y'all are so afraid. A lot of, especially black men.
Oh, girl.
Not all black men, but a lot of them, because I see it on social media. Y'all equate everything with homosexuality. It's okay to cry. It's okay to go see a therapist. It's okay to sit down,
girl,
and talk to somebody.
That was on my list. To talk about.
It's okay to get in touch with your emotions, because at the end of the day, you're a fucking human being,
right?
And if you got some shit that you ain't dealt with, you gonna take it into a relationship and take it out on a female
and damage her,
and she ain't got nothing to do with.
Yes,
you know.
Exactly. So damage. Let me put you back together. You in so many pieces, baby. Let me put you back together.
Who in pieces?
No, I'm just speaking. Sometimes you never know. I might get into poetry. I might go rap for a second.
Okay.
So,
drift off.
Just don't get too comfortable like Future say. That's the thing.
Oh God, and so many men are praising Future too. That's where they go wrong.
Ooh, look,
I love his toxicity.
I'm gonna try to be respectful because I love to sing, and I don't know one day I may run across, but
we need to come.
Something is wrong with Future.
We need to hit him.
Hey, look.
Something wrong with him.
Look,
He a womanizer.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we're not gonna bash him today. What we got here? Listen, man. Listen. What I want to do is we got this little thing called the SB Killer KJ mystery box, right? So I want to get into this little mystery session. It's like an either or session. You know what I'm saying? KJ gonna ask you a few questions, answer either or. Are you ready for that, Killer KJ?
I am ready for this.
Y'all really have a box.
Yes.
Y'all really was going in, yo.
Alright. These are either or. The first one is get shot in the foot or get your ex tatted.
I get shot in the foot.
Stop that.
What did he say?
He said something. He was like, beg her, please.
I thought I heard you say that.
So I mean, I'm not trying to,
You better not bash no man now.
Cause I've been cussing out men left and right today because of that.
What
Yeah.
y'all think happened really in this situation?
At the end of the day, she got shot and he should not have shot her. And these black men need to quit talking about she snitching.
No, she definitely not. I don't think she was snitching.
All I know, she shouldn't have been shot.
Hey, listen, let's wait till more details are disclosed, and then we can get into that. Definitely, most
Big
definitely.
words.
Okay. That's that business side.
Okay, so the next one is one night of entanglement with your favorite celeb or $1 million.
$1 million.
Neil Long, where you at?
You want to take that 1 million?
Would you rather have lack of communication or lack of trust?
Lack of communication.
Back door, protect door.
Future or Kanye? Because both of them are toxic.
Oh, them the only two?
Yeah.
I gotta choose.
Future is toxic, but Kanye is toxic too.
I'm gonna take Future because Kanye like Trump.
And Future, I think he packing. They be too crazy about him.
Yeah.
So definitely Future. I mean, if you gonna go with toxic, at least have a good piece.
Horny breeze.
I'm just saying, if you gonna be in a toxic relationship, you might
Might as well be big.
I think he's packing. I
with a
think
little
he's
bit of
packing.
money. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. But then again,
Scoop.
dudes with little dicks do be having a lot of kids.
It don't-
And
Oh my God,
Kill her.
And
Kill her. Take it.
it's
Let's
crazy.
go.
They do.
Would you rather a dude with dreads or a dude with a fade?
dreads.
Yes, I got one this time. I just said she wanted to fade. Okay, I'm 1-1.
What's going on?
What?
I'm sorry.
The ball heads out.
We don't discriminate.
I
Like
do.
all of them, but
Yeah, ball heads in there.
I do. I'm not an EOE.
What?
I'm not an EOE, equal opportunity employer. I discriminate.
Girl, you too smart for me. I thought I was smart. You gotta get over here like E. I'm like, now hold on.
She been doing it all the whole time. I've been trying to catch up. I'm trying. Girl.
Same me.
would you rather Tiana Taylor or Janae Aiko?
I have to go with Tiana Taylor. She gives me big strap energy. Yeah. I like when a
Oh my
woman puts a
God.
strap on and uses it on another woman.
She nasty, boy. You better expand. Boy, you better open your mind.
Right.
Now I caught that one. I caught that one.
No, I have had a female ask me, but I never gave her an answer. Yeah.
Would you prefer top or bottom?
Like me, on top or bottom? Bottom, I got asthma. I can't be up there that long.
I'll just smoke.
Girl, you a child. So I got asthma.
I got asthma.
Right.
I fake my death one day.
Here I
Would
go
you
with that.
rather doggy style or 69?
Doggy style. 69 is played out.
Yeah, it really is. I seen
Yeah.
some comments about that. Everybody was
you
like, I
suck
don't do a
dick,
69. So, actually, I mean, I'm a
Don't come
low key proud. No, because I'm his cousin. That's why he trying to do me like that. But he don't even know, like, low key, I am a freak. But
just
I'm
none
not
of your
going, you know.
business.
Yeah, that's not your
Yeah,
business. See, maybe when I'm on your podcast, we get a little raw.
Yeah.
But I ain't doing
Shout
That's
out
none of
to
your
the
business.
closet freaks.
I believe all of y'all are in a certain aspect,
Every woman got a little hoe in her.
Exactly. Facts.
Me and y'all just got a lot holding you.
Pretty much.
And y'all
Yeah.
mom explain it either.
Yeah.
I mean, it might take a female to bring it out of some men, but like you said, most men, I feel like,
I just feel like I'm digging the grave with some
but I don't think that's the
Y'all
issue.
saying
Y'all
the wrong
like that. Y'all want to do
I think men are hoes, and y'all have to go through your whole phase before you're ready to settle down.
What's a hoe? Like, how long is a hoe phase?
It depends on the person.
It depends on the man.
Y'all will know when y'all ready to stop hoeing.
What if they, what if that's the issue? What if it's never an end to it? Like,
Well,
not-
then
not
you
just-
need prayer.
But not necessarily hoeing. Like, what if you want your old lady and you respect that there's other beautiful women out here in the universe and you might necessarily...
I'm sorry. Hey.
Oh my God, nigga, I'm tripping tonight.
So like I said, at this point, at a certain point in life, you realize that there is a lot of beautiful people out in the world. So as a man, if you feel like I got a beautiful queen beside me, but I'm gonna eventually see somebody that I also feel like is a beautiful human being, and then
That don't mean you gotta have sex with him.
it don't. I'm not saying it do, but if that was to potentially be the situation, then how would you feel about it?
So
What is he trying to say?
Am I married to this man? Or are we just together?
Potentially, y'all married.
Okay, but at the end of the day, we're just together.
You feel like your man should just be out being on you.
No, this is the thing. I know my man is gonna see beautiful women. I'm gonna see beautiful women, and we're gonna acknowledge it. And I'm gonna see handsome men, and I'm gonna acknowledge it. I'm not gonna say his eyes aren't gonna wander, because my eyes will wander. But as a person, as an adult, and I know I'm in a serious relationship with someone, you make the choice to either A, okay, that person is attractive, but I ain't gotta act on it, or B, I'ma act on it.
But I mean, what if,
Hold on.
Are you saying like an entanglement? You mean like all?
I'm saying, what if he bring it to the table? Like, what if
he comes to me and say, hey, I found this woman, I find her attractive.
I want to fuck this woman when I.
No, I think he's no. I think he's saying a relationship with both women.
I'm just saying,
relationship
like, if
or
y'all
just
in
sleeping
a
together?
good environment, because you know, everybody want to live life, everybody want to enjoy life.
If he just wants an extra pussy, is it a problem?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so tell me. We ain't no need to go on philosophy time. Listen, so tell me this. Is cheating like a done? Like, is cheating fine?
A deal breaker with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't, I thought you was down.
No, because to me, if you're cheating, then you're lying. Now, it's
Nah, I mean, you asking, you cheating, he like, yeah, my bad.
No. You still lied.
You didn't even give her the opportunity to say, "Oh, I'm cool with that." Yeah, you can have someone on the side. Like, you just lying and cheating. Like, you didn't give her the opportunity to say if she was okay with it.
Because when you cheat, it falls into.
Girls cheat a lot.
We cheat better too.
Yeah.
We do.
I mean, I don't know.
But that's I mean, you know, like I said, that's the issue. But at the same time,
girls do cheat better.
Now, one thing, like, if you did it one time, maybe we can talk about it. But if it's something that's been going on continuously, then we got a problem.
So your relationship, you want just you and your significant other.
Yes, now if we decide to bring someone else into the bedroom, that's a discussion that we have got to have. Because you just can't bring someone into the bedroom. You have to, it's a discussion.
Right.
And we talked about it.
Too many niggas ain't gonna say you can bring another nigga in the bedroom.
Now, I'm not saying I want to bring a nigga in the bedroom.
I'm just like,
I'm just saying, I know that. No, you ain't gotta let me know that. I know that.
Okay, I
wouldn't say I want to bring a nigga in the bedroom. I would prefer another woman, honestly.
But it's just the vibe I get from you, though. But
what? That I want two niggas in the bedroom?
No, woman.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, but like, you know, like girls be like, oh, you want two girls, and then they be like, oh, what if I want a nigga? But that's like to a guy that's like that's like that's like 100, but having two women is like a 20. But to like, a girl, they might be like, she might want that. Though. Yeah. And then, but a nigga ain't gonna like that because we have egos.
It don't matter what type of relationship. That's our problem.
That's the problem.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But it don't matter like what type of relationship you in. If you want to bring someone else into the bedroom, that is a discussion between you and your spouse. Because one, y'all gotta have a strong trust. Yeah. Strong trust, and you gotta communicate. Yeah. And you gotta let the other person that you bring in, you gotta communicate with them too. Like, hey, really, you're just our sex toy. You're here to please us, and ain't gonna be no communication after this individually. Like, you're not gonna talk to this person individually. You're not gonna talk to that person individually, and that's where a lot of people mess up because people have insecurities, and you might bring another bitch into the bedroom and see that he like what she's giving a little bit more, or vice versa, and it causes problems. You end up on the ID channel, you know. So
on that
that's
note,
why.
Right.
On that note, I just want to say, really, first of all, thank you.
You will.
Alright, and then I want to say, Trey Songz, you're in our prayers. SZA, I hope that album drops.
Trey going through it.
Oh yes, I love SZA.
I'm so glad that they have arrested people for your murder. You did. Stevie J, you have a humongous tattoo of Faith Evans, so you must love her.
No, he must have fucked up. He did.
Yeah, because you said you wouldn't tat somebody on you, right?
I got my daughter's name.
Yeah, but you ain't tat no significant other.
No, I ain't got my son's name. Because you gonna fuck up one day and make me mad.
You got to X him out. They ain't gonna cover.
Now, he did threaten me one day in the car to get his name. So.
Yeah, you gotta get the baby name.
I mean, he know I love him.
Yeah, I got an uncle. He got 3 kids, but he only got his first kid and his grandchild on him. But his other 2 kids, he don't have them on him. But he got multiple tattoos. And he was like, man, I ain't trying to be the guy with all the tattoos.
Oh, he wrong. No, that's just wrong. Now that's different. Yeah.
We're gonna bring that in on another podcast.
Wrong for that.
I gotta really just put him
Who
on
uncle
the
is
spot.
that?
Nobody, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Bree trying to get into it. She trying to open it.
Yeah, I'm about to find them.
She trying to get into it, but okay. So tell me this: what's the last thing before we get to the end of ours? What's the last thing like you would do if this was your podcast right now? How would you like put us on the spot? What would be the question you would ask all of us individually so we can answer? I kind of put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You so quick though.
Yeah. So a question to put all y'all on the spot. So do you think you're the Beyonce out the crew?
Nah, I'm just business.
Okay.
I just want to listen. First of all, this is something created by 2 other people. Shout out to Gorgeously Red. Shout out to William Coates.
That's right.
Not here tonight, but
Gotcha.
y'all already know Coates sessions. Henny Girl talk, but I feel like this. I feel like since I have so much time outside of my personal life, and then since I can dedicate more time to it, I want to mold it. So like I argue a lot to try to get my point across. So I wouldn't say Beyonce. I would say I'm like the like something like nah, I don't want to go that far, but I'm like the dude behind the scenes, but on the scene, and I just want to make sure everything kind of go together. You know what I'm saying? Run smooth, but it's never gonna do that. But at the same time,
what made y'all want to do this? Because I see, and nothing against y'all, because y'all show actually works. But I see a lot of people want to do podcasts. A lot of people hit me up, want me to help them with their podcast.
Yeah, that's like the new
thing. And I actually say no, because just because you can have dope conversations with your friends, don't mean it's gonna resonate to thousands of millions of listeners who's gonna want to sit there and listen to you for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long your episode goes.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like everybody just think, oh, okay. But I seen somebody today say, hey, anybody want to start a podcast with me? Do you even know what you're talking about on your podcast? Okay,
so like really, to me, this how I feel. Podcasts right now like rappers. You feel me? Like, so you remember how there's a new rapper every damn day? Like, that's how it is with podcasts. So basically, I sat back, watched the game. 2008, I got my master's from Claflin, but between those years, I pledged Omega in 2006. But I had friends before that and friends after that. But me and my frat brothers, we basically just did an entertainment company, High Star Entertainment. So shout out to JB Charleston. He has a podcast, Be Yourself, but he also has a clothing line. He has his own day in Charleston. He's a author. Be Yourself. You did, my boy, my frat brother. You feel me? My boy JB.
Shout out to JB.
Hey, he has his doctorate degree. You feel me? So it's like we all just push each other. And so since they had a High Star brand and we started that, I'm like, oh, SB High Star. I want to do a podcast. Holla at Gorgeous Red, holla at William Code, bullshit around, come up with some shit. But it's like entertainment and some form of entertainment always been a part of my life since I was a kid. But now it's like I'm able to do it. So I let me learn. Let me just do one. Bring people in. Killer KJ came in, and we always have people as part of the family or friends that's willing to come in as co-host, special co-host, and then actually just reaching out to you. You feel me? Because you do it. You can be like, I'm 7 episodes in. We like 35. But like you audio, sometimes you visual. You got so much going on. Just for you to come, it's like that's all right. Hey, let's turn this to your podcast. I'm trying to learn from you too. I feel like reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Live as you climb. So you feel me? So I appreciate you coming. So, but that's why I really wanted to start it, and everybody else came in. But it's just something we've been working on.
I just say y'all slow.
Why you think I was Beyonce?
Because I mean, you would run it that way. You would run like them girls on Maury when they find out that he ain't the daddy, and the cameraman trying to keep up with you.
Like sometimes people take me like I be like in my zone, but sometimes people like I'm like, oh, she went there or he went there, or it be something that's just like so I just walk out. And plus, I be nervous, so I just walk out.
No, this was fun.
This
was fun. You know, I've been on other podcasts. This is the best one. The funner one, as my niece would say. This was the funner one.
But she held herself down without. I'm telling you like this. We be trying to get everybody drunk, and you the first person that really stood. You took one shot with us. So she kept it 1,000 wild.
But that's just me. I don't need liquor to. Yeah,
it's authentic with you.
Yeah,
it's just natural.
That's just me.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it, but I don't need liquor to do that.
Shout out to
Every crazy thing I've ever done, I've been sober as hell.
And that's what I'm saying. So this is what I be thinking. You know what? I can't really get into it, but see, like, we like, oh, blame it on alcohol. Now you really want to do it, but at the same time, sometimes alcohol play a play. So look, what would be something you would ask Killer KJ to put her on the spot?
Killer KJ. I don't like you really did put me on the spot with this to ask her, and I don't want to ask her anything crazy because I like to dig into people's psyche. You know.
Say before when we come with you.
Yeah.
You know what?
That works.
Might have to do that. Might have to do that.
And we can set that up.
We got to set. Oh,
Yeah.
that's definitely most.
We'll get that set up. I'm going back into the studio. More crazy episodes.
More crazy episodes.
Yeah.
So look, first I want to say thank you for coming again. Like I just
Thank you for having me.
I want to give you some HTG
Oh, I get
podcast.
gifts.
Oh,
I get gifts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Thank you. It is.
anytime anything goes, HTG podcast. So
I
look,
appreciate that.
Killer KJ, I want you to tell me your socials where everybody can find you at. After that, I'm gonna give a Bree, then we're gonna give a touchdown who have down, played, and went somewhere. And I want you to tell everybody where they can find you at.
Okay.
And then you feel me, we're gonna take a shot. I'm gonna fill y'all one up. No more shots. Fuck it. And then we're gonna give it. We're gonna.
all right. You can find me on Instagram at _KAE_JAYY. And that's it. Miss Bree.
Okay, you can find me, Queen Her Majesty. Obviously, I sell shades and accessories. So Queen Her Majesty's with 2 Y's, and I am Brisima on Facebook. Instagram as well.
You on MySpace?
Not MySpace.
Black Planet?
Ooh, wait, y'all took it back. Okay, Facebook Brianda the Star.
Most definitely. Hey, touchdown. Can you tell everybody where to find you at on your socials?
Where to find me at? Let me see. I don't even know what shit is. I ain't even know about it.
Hey, catch me at touchdown.
Ed Downs Boy on IG.
You already know. Ed Downs Boy.
Snapchat, Downs Boy 1987.
1987. One of the greatest years ever.
Alright.
Hey, so look, first of all, Bree, I want to thank you for coming tonight. You did.
Thank you.
really-
Thank you.
Awesome. You did. You really held your own tonight. Touchdown. I really appreciate you being here another time. You did.
We appreciate your input, TD.
Yeah, TD was going in tonight.
He was.
Therapist Downs.
Okay.
You did.
Came out with guns blazing.
It's all love, baby.
Miss Loose Lips Podcast, the queen.
Yes.
The one and only, the
Yes.
sexy, the
Of
nasty,
course.
the classy.
That's average.
I like
Hey,
that.
look, we gonna save it for her. You know, we gonna say, hey, we just trying to heat it up. It's the introduction.
Yeah.
First
This is
of all.
foreplay.
Oh yeah. I have a song called Foreplay. So yes, foreplay.
Look, so
Yeah.
I like that.
Can you tell
Main
everybody
course
where they can find you at?
Right.
So you can follow my Loose Lips Instagram, which is Loose Lips Pod. You can follow my personal Instagram, Lolo Bunny 86. There's a LinkedIn link in the bio. It will take you to everything Loose Lips Podcast.
That's what's up. Loose Lips Podcast all day.
And thank you guys for having me.
We appreciate
And thank y'all for being one of the doper podcasts.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, we really appreciate that, man. We just trying to we trying to follow the lead. You feel me? To be a good leader, you must follow first.
Exactly.
You feel me? You must build your blueprint first. So I feel like, like you said, you one of the originators. We can give you that. You can't say you one of the originators with one show. You damn near 7+. You did 3rd season, right?
Right.
So that's good, man. Listen, I'm saying like this. Y'all really had me feeling some type of way tonight. But
It's
I
okay.
mean, it was good though. I really like the vibe because you learn a lot from a woman. The
I think
vessel.
you learn a lot from men too. I have a lot of male friends, and I'll throw a situation at them, and I'll throw it to my female friends, and of course, everybody has a different response with it.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
I even had one of my homeboys. He's been married. He's married. He's been with his lady for 17 years, and he was like, because I was telling him, I was like, I feel like he don't listen. He was like, we do listen. We just pick what we feel like is important. It's selective. So.
How they like that? We
We do have selective hearing, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I heard you tonight.
You did.
I believed you tonight. I
Right.
had faith in you tonight.
Okay.
And you walked. You know what I'm saying? When you walk, You walk by faith.
Talk to him, that's
He did.
All right,
Now,
he a pastor
He took me
now.
to a place I ain't never know where you was gonna take me to tonight. I was
Amen.
scared.
All right.
I couldn't even
But you
answer your
survived.
question. Girl,
You survived.
I can swim out here.
You survived.
I can
So,
swim.
But did you die though?
No.
No, so you good.
If I died, I came back.
Well, hey.
Most definitely. So like I said, I want to thank you for coming on the HTG podcast where anything goes. And you already know it's very much loose lip. It's your boy SB High Star. We're here on the HTG podcast. Hey, you already know where we at. Where we at?
Greenville, South Carolina.
Hey, we
Gang,
about this
gang.
motherfucker. Shout out the coach, shout out the red.
Ain't 6'4".
What?